Hey friends, welcome back. I am Losing It Grace. And this week, I about lost it. My faith was tested, my nerves were shot, and I had one of those, is this the end of my GLP-1 journey moment? But before we get into that, let me share the good news. Last week, I weighed in at 229.8 pounds. Just a quick recap, when I started this journey back in February with Zepbound, I weighed in at 265.4 pounds. This week, through all the stress, anxiety, and chaos, I still managed to lose 1.4 pounds. My current weight, 228.4 pounds. That's 37 pounds lost in 34 weeks, or an average weekly of 1.09 pounds. I am excited, thrilled, and so happy about that. I failed my strength training this week and even dropped out of the plank challenge that I was partaking in, but I was loyal to my walks and I stuck with my eating plan. So let me walk you through what happened. Over the weekend, I had symptoms familiar to me of a UTI. So I checked in with my provider. She sent in antibiotics and some pain relief medication to the pharmacy, which I picked up the next day, and I was already feeling so much better. But it was maybe day 2, and I started to feel this very, very sharp pain on my right lower back. The first thing that came through my mind after being on a GLP-1 for 34 weeks was, can this be one of those nasty side effects that, less than 1% of users actually do unfortunately experience? Like, I was thinking like gastroparesis, gallbladder disease, pancreatitis, just a really horrible stuff. And I went in to see her this time in person. She ran labs, she did a physical examination, and she just told me to continue my treatment for the UTI, that it should resolve itself. Went back home, but the sharp pain still continued. It actually got even worse. So I went back in. She did more physical examination, more labs, and she said, I think based on the symptoms that you are sharing, you might actually have a kidney stone. I've never had one, so how would I know what I'm going through, the pain that I'm feeling? She said the only way we can rule it out is if we do some imaging. And that way we can check everything else and just make sure that, nothing else is going on. So I went in, and by the way, in case you didn't know, a 2-minute CT scan is about 3 years worth of outside radiation. So yeah, that was unpleasant on its own. But as I'm laying there getting the test done, there's a very cool screen right next to me where I get to see all of my insights just there. And all I can think to do is just keep praying that everything's going to be okay. The radiologist came in and he said, I have good news. You don't have to go to the ER. Go home and just wait for your provider to call you. And that's just what I did. So the diagnosis, it wasn't my gallbladder, it wasn't my appendix, it wasn't my pancreas, it wasn't gastroparesis, it wasn't even a kidney stone. What the CT scan did confirm was that I did have a kidney infection, very correlated with the UTI, and I was moderately constipated. Shocker. Unless you're new here, you know that I was diagnosed with chronic constipation years ago, well before I was on a GLP-1. And I am on prescription medication to treat that. We all know that GLP-1s, due to the slow gastric emptying, can cause even more constipation. So mine is just a little bit more aggravated as a result. She naturally wants to just bump me up to the next dose on my prescription, which I am not excited about or thrilled or jumping on just yet. You guys know that I'm a teacher, and being on the classroom and using this medication and getting an attack to go to the bathroom it's not easy. It's not something that's feasible right now. Me and her have a plan in action of other remedies and things we're going to do to try to improve my go. Things like more fiber and getting more exercise, and continuing to stay hydrated. This week reminded me how fragile our health can feel sometimes, especially when we've worked so hard to get it back. I am grateful for healing, for answers, and for the reminder that even when I am scared, God steps in. It was not the start of the week that I had planned, but I am ending the week stronger and healthier. This weekend is my son's birthday, and we have a fun little surprise planned for him. I'm excited to show you a peek of that next week. Thanks for all the support and encouragement that you guys always show me. In the comments, will you leave me the praying hands emoji just to continue to lift my spirits and to encourage anyone else out there who might be going through their own health struggle or health scare. Just know you're not alone. I'm praying for you, and this community, I've said it in other conversations before, is absolute gold. There's no better cheerleaders that I have found. If you haven't already, will you consider subscribing? Will you hit the thumbs up? And remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a girly on a GLP-1 weight loss journey, sharing what I'm learning along the way. Let's keep losing friends. I'll see you next week. Bye.